What's up, everybody? It's your boy Wes Grind. You're watching Suburban Nerd. This channel will give my nerd views on today's nerd news. And boy, when I say we have a lot of news to talk about, because normally I've been doing stuff pretty much all the way at the end of the week, but there's so much stuff already by the midweek, Wednesday. I just gotta go at it. Just everything from like all these new movies, PlayStation being unveiled, developers from Halo leaving, and all these other what stuff. Well, we're gonna start with the first topic is Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad 2, right? James Gunn just had an interview where basically, I believe it was Deadline, but he said that when he got hired to do Suicide Squad, they pretty much gave him whatever, like anything he wanted he could do. Because if you guys don't know, this real quick feedback, well not feedback, a quick rundown of what happened was James Gunn had put out some like kind of racist and whatever joke kind of tweets, right? And but he apologized. He put him out like over a decade ago. He apologized for it like years and years already before, but they just surfaced because the whole world now they're just going into people's old tweets. And yet Disney made the move of firing him, right? Even though they knew about it. Well, they should have known about it when they hired him from Guardians of the Galaxy, but whatever. They were just quick to just get rid of him. But that made it like a stampede for anybody. Any studio that wanted to get James Gunn now had the okay to get James Gunn because he's no longer working with Disney. Everybody was putting out like offers to him. Universal, Lionsgate, DC, but DC got him because they said that he could have done Superman if he wanted to, but he said he wanted Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad, the first one, made a decent amount of money. I think made like 600, 700 million or whatever. So it made some money. It's just the fact that as far as critics, it wasn't looked at, viewed as really good. But you figure it's within his wheelhouse because he's done Guardians of the Galaxy. It's a ragtag group of people. So this seemed perfect for him. So that's what he took. But when he took it, they said like, yo, anybody you want to kill? Go ahead, kill him. And he was like, okay, so right now, I have like two kind of feels on this, right? First feel on it is DC. It's showing that DC really has no game plan, right? Not like Marvel that has everything planned like 10 years away. DC, it's like, okay, so you're just gonna let him kill off whoever. Mind you, Harley Quinn's in this movie, but I guess it don't matter, because they've been going through like that was their major part because it seemed like they knew what they're going for now. You got the Aquaman was very successful. What was the other movie? The DC, well, the Joaquin Phoenix Joker. That's not part of anything, but it seems like, or then what was the other called? Shazam. That did okay, but I thought that they were getting out of this whole run of, let's just being reactionary, and by having him just kill off whoever, then what are you gonna do? There's no game plan. But unless, like I said, unless they told him that and he was like, really, but is there someone that you want to keep? Maybe you want to plan something on Harley Quinn. It's like, yeah, we have some plans, but if you want to kill him, you can kill him. But it'd be okay if you don't. It'd be probably better if you don't. And he probably decide not to. But well, we don't know. But that's the other thing that I said might be make it great because just like Game of Thrones, why everyone loves it, or Breaking Bad, or Sons of Anarchy, you don't know who's gonna get killed off because anybody can go. So by giving him James Gunn this okay, and by James Gunn telling everybody, it means no one's safe. So when you're watching a movie, you can kind of enjoy it because you don't know what's gonna happen to anybody. Because like in the first movie, Slipknot was freaking killed, like out of nowhere. He's I'm getting out of here. Boom, boom. I know. Spoiler alert if you guys no one's seen that already, but definitely looking forward to that movie when it comes out. Because James Gunn, he's done a pretty good job with Guardians of the Galaxy, so I think he's gonna do a good job with this. So he's a good director, so I'm just gonna give him my faith. Next, we got Meg 2. If you haven't seen the first Meg, it's an okay movie. It's starring Jason Statham. Meg standing for Megalodon, the large ass shark that is like 5-10 times bigger than the Jaws, right? So if you guys didn't see the movie, I mean, it's okay movie, but not a lot of people see it. It made a decent amount of money. I think it made around, was it 500 million? I think it made around 500 million. So it made some decent money. Jason Statham is a star. He probably drew the people in. But they're planning on doing a second one, and I'm down for it. Like it's there's nothing nowhere near as bad as a Sharknado, but it's one of those movies where you really don't take it serious. You just enjoy the action when it happens, no matter how crazy it is. Sort of like Fast and Furious, but inside water with a big ass shark. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm not gonna spend too much time on it. Got other things to talk about. But all right, that was good. Creed 3. If you guys saw the first Creed, directed by Ryan Coogler, I can't remember the second Creed director, but it wasn't directed by him because at that time he was doing Black Panther, all starring Michael B. Jordan. But this time, uh, Michael B. Jordan's going to be directing it. That's pretty awesome because this will be his first forte into directing, and I think this is the best thing to get his feet wet in. Why? Because when you're directing, right, you don't want to. Well, as for a studio, you don't want to give a first-time director this big blockbuster movie and like have him just go and flop in this big ass sea, right? So with this, he's worked very closely with Ryan Coogler. Ryan Coogler's worked with him a lot. Fruitvale Station, this like he's worked with him a lot. So I'm pretty sure Michael B. Jordan probably sat down a couple times, took some tips, and was like, "Yo, what can I do? How can I do this?" And pretty much stayed after class with the movies probably in order to get some tips. So I think this is also going to be a great marketing. So when they go like, "Oh, first time directorial debut for Michael B. Jordan to star of Creed," I think it might be a beginning of a great career because there's a decent amount of actors that have gone into directing and have really taken off. I forget what's the guy that directed Iron Man. I forget his name. He also directed the Lion King and the Jungle Book, but I think it could work. Definitely could work. So I'm looking forward to seeing Creed 3. Next is I'm gonna be brief on this, but Moon Knight. You guys probably never heard of Moon Knight. Most people call him the broke man's Batman. But Moon Knight is a pretty cool character. He's been also in Avengers, and he has his following. But Oscar Isaac is going to be playing Moon Knight, and I believe it's going to be a Disney Plus series. So this series, it's still just in the beginnings, but they just hired someone that's very high quality actor. He's in Star Wars, he's in everything. Ex Machina is a great movie also with him in it. And I believe that with them bringing some great talent like this to Moon Knight, it makes it seem like this might be a legit kind of series. This Moon Knight himself, it's when you try and look into the lore of it with the mythical, the magical, and then his split personalities later on, like it's a lot to take in. I'm not gonna go to the back history of him, but look into it. You might see if you might like this kind of thing. But I have faith in Disney, and I'm willing to watch anything they do. Disney series, even though Netflix is, you know, Luke Cage or Jessica Jones or Daredevil, that wasn't really with underneath, Kevin Feige. But now that everything's under Kevin Feige, TV and movie, I think he's gonna be really good at just getting everything. Like he's good at picking actors, he's good at picking directors, and I think it's gonna be a decent series. So I'm gonna watch it when it comes out, whenever it comes out. All right, next we've got Assassin's Creed. Ubisoft, Assassin's Creed. Yes, we know they made a crappy ass movie in 2016. Yes, with Michael Fassbender. Yes, we all. No, just block it out of mind like it never happened. This they're doing a series with Netflix, and Netflix knows how to do these series pretty good because Witcher with Henry Cavill, that is a pretty good ass series. So if they take that and put it with this Assassin's Creed, I think it's gonna be great. I really think it's going to be great because after seeing what they've done with that, and I don't know, there's no talks of whoever they're gonna have for Assassin's Creed yet because they just announced that they're planning on making a series. Also, Netflix is planning on doing with Ubisoft. What is it called again? Division, because I have the game Division 2. They're gonna be doing a Division. If you guys don't know what Division is, basically an outbreak. A virus is spread through money on Black Friday, which causes a lot of people to die. And then they leave New York City, all the major cities, and like population people are like almost gone. And then that's when it's sort of like Walking Dead without the zombies, but like with the conflict of humans and making groups and cults and all this stuff. And it's pretty awesome. I'd say play the game if you want to really see or watch gameplay. It's a pretty fun game. Well, the first one takes place in New York, second one takes place in Washington D.C., and then the DLC takes place in New York again. But I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to Assassin's Creed. Whenever it happens, I'm looking forward to seeing who they get for this, because sometimes the actor can make or break, but seeing how Assassin's Creed, even though it's a well-known game IP, it's not one of those IPs that's like Superman or Batman where it matters really who they get as long as it's a good actor. All right. Next, PS5. They finally IGN just showed pretty much an unboxing of the PS5, and now everyone's talking. This thing is a behemoth. It is massive, and it is running really smooth. And what everyone's talking about that I like, I've talked about it. I have a video. Just Google it, search it. Like how I think the DualSense can change the game. Yes, they're talking about how great the DualSense is with the haptic feedback and adaptive triggers. Everything. They're saying they feel everything from grains of sand, snow, skating, the little rumble, the swimming. You feel the rumble and it feels like waves. It doesn't just feel like you're sunken underneath. I'm telling you, this controller and the PlayStation. That's why I think PlayStation is trying to do what Nintendo did when it came with the Wii, where they're thinking outside of the box and they're gonna really make next gen something great. Because I know you got the Oculus that have the goggles and that's really immersive, but when you've got it, if you can do the Oculus with the controller, with the rumble and like you're swimming, like, oh man, I can only imagine how great this is going to be. Because I I know I'm gonna get a PlayStation 5. I just know it. It's just the fact that I don't think I'm gonna get it when it comes out. I'm probably gonna wait until the God of War when it comes out the end of next year. I'm gonna get a God of War edition because even though they have these faceplates, I think they're gonna do something special, and can't wait to get that. So everyone's talking about it. Check it out. Look on IGN. Maybe I'll put the link down below. We'll see how that's working out. Halo. For all you Xbox fans, right? Halo Infinite, that thing's got pushed back, right? You all know that. It was supposed to come out launch date with the Xbox Series X and S. It ain't happening. They got pushed back. Then they've lost a couple of lead developers, right? They just recently lost another lead developer. Name is Chris Lee, and it's not looking good. Everyone's just like, okay, take as long as you gotta take, but I think that after that whole fiasco of them showing gameplay and everyone starts trashing it, saying it looks worse than the last one as far as graphics, it don't look like even current gen graphics. It looks like the last gen graphics. So they're going back to the drawing board. They got they dropped the original man who was on Halo in the beginning, original lead developer. What's his name? Joe Stanton, right? Joe Stanton came back. He's taking charge of everything. He's gonna develop the story. He's gonna make everything great again. I know I'm not trying to, sound like that other guy, but yes, they're gonna try and make this the IP that's going to be the console seller, right? Because right now there is no games that you need to get for Xbox Series X or S. It's just gonna come out with the Game Pass, and that's pretty much it. Not like PlayStation that has all these games kind of lined up for them. Xbox is just gonna be the Game Pass for the most part. Halo is supposed to be it, but it's not. But as long as when it comes out, it's good and it's great and it's up to the standards that people want it to be, running at 120 FPS, looking crisp and it's clean, because they've got to be up to the standards of like I forget that game that they showed, this a demo of it with the one guy that made it. All I'm just saying is Halo needs to be it should be on the top level as far as quality and how it looks when people play this game. It's got to be smooth. It's got to be everything that they hope it can be, because if it's not, Xbox is gonna be hurting. That's what I'm just saying. I'm like, or not. I guess it'd be because but they're not hurting as far as money because they bought Bethesda, so they'll be good. But I'm just saying, like, as far as Halo's gonna be hurting for the most part. Last thing I'm gonna be talking about is Cyberpunk. Sorry to end on a bad note, but Cyberpunk has been pushed back. But wait, it hasn't been pushed back too far. It's only been pushed back from November to December 10th. So, for all those people who saved up their money, just tuck it away a little bit more, and you're going to be getting this game. They said they just want it to be, there's a couple bugs, and they say, I know 21 days doesn't seem like it's going to be any big change, but it does make a difference when you're testing these bugs and making sure everything gets out. They can just delete little files, whatever, and then bam, they're going to put it out, and that's it. Thank you. Whew, that's a lot, and this is only Wednesday, so thank you guys for watching. Remember to comment down below, like the video, share this video, subscribe, tell everybody about this thing, and remember, I'm Wes Grant. You've been watching Suburban Nerd, and you've just been notified. Catch you guys on the next Nerd News.